And so many people just wanted the easy way. I'm sorry, man. You need to fucking work harder.
Top of the morning, ain't no money in the bag, baby. Wake that ass up. Understand this. Results don't care about who believed and who did it. They don't care about who clapped for you. They don't care about who doubted you. They don't care about who turned their back on you when things got heavy. Results only recognize the ones that showed up when things got lonely. Results only recognize the ones that showed up when nobody was watching. When quitting felt reasonable, but you decided to stay anyway.
It's time to get back to work. Stop hearing yourself talk. Get off the podcast. Don't be on social media too much. Cut out all the fucking noise. Get back to the fucking mental lab.
You didn't get here by accident. You got here by choosing discipline over comfort, by bleeding in silence, by turning pain into pressure and pressure into power. So every early morning, every late night, every single sacrifice is all coming due soon. And when that moment arrives, you don't hesitate. You take every single thing you can work for.
Ignore and outperform them. While you're over there watching me and talking about me, I'm working. I'm working hard. I'm taking things to the next level. You keep gossiping and I'll keep working. You keep talking smack and I'll keep working. And when you finally look around at where you are and where I'm at, you realize that you have nothing left to talk smack about.
So let them watch. Let them whisper, because when you step into what's yours, there will be no more debate, only proof. And once those results speak, silence is the only reasonable response left. Why do you think it's so lonely and quiet at the top?
You finally made it to the big leagues, and now you want to chill? They watching you now. This is where you make it permanent. Practice don't make perfect. Practice make permanence.
When you put that practice in every day, you lace them up. And I mean, Ron, just a metaphor for life. You lace them motherfuckers up every day. Pretty soon you win. You have the courage and the heart and the dedication and the mindset about everybody can go fuck themselves. I know what I know. Pretty soon you'll
guarantee you, when I line up and they line up, I want what all other men want. But when the pressure hits, when the opposition hits, when the challenge hits.
What size goal you set, but you gotta show up every day and follow with big action, you're gonna be broke.
We have two voices in our mind. There's that one voice, that voice I used to love to fucking hear, that we love to hear. It's that soft motherfucker. That soft motherfucking voice that says sleep the fuck in. It's okay. Well, there's another motherfucking voice that wakes you up in the middle of the night. It's that demon fucking voice that whispers in your fucking ear that says, get up, motherfucker. You're not fucking good enough. You gotta work fucking harder. It's that voice you don't want to fucking hear. But guess what? It's that voice you need to fucking listen to.
Hard work is the goal. If the goal is to work as hard as you possibly can, then the only real output we have is who we become along the way.
There's no luck in this game, man. It may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass and you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might happen. Luck ain't gonna happen. You have to put yourself in that situation, man. It takes a lot of work.
Just keep working. You're not getting what you want, keep working. You are getting what you want, keep working. Hard work pays off, no one tells you when. I think one of the hardest things to hear after you don't get your way is keep working. But it's also one of the only solutions to be successful.
Can't want something but not put in the work. You know, and it doesn't matter what you're doing in life, no matter what it is. It could be a professional athlete, or it could be an artist, it could be a doctor, it could be anything in the world, but you got to put the work in.
The ultimate lesson here is this: everybody's on their own path, and I don't want to judge someone for wanting to be free and easy. I just want you to understand that there's a cost to that, and the cost that you're going to have to that isn't going to come until later. Really, the truth is, most people need to shut the fuck up and focus on that version of themselves they want to become and actually be willing to become it. And that's what's ultimately going to create the fulfillment that you're looking for. It's not going to be your cold plunge. It's not going to be your morning routine. It's not going to be your journaling. It's going to be the work that you fucking do to become that version of yourself that is the exact version that you know you're supposed to become, and then being proud of it.
There's people that are willing to go very far, and then there's people that are willing to go far further than them.
That's it.
And when you're a person who prides yourself on your ability to go very far, and then someone is willing to go far farther than you, you have to decide, Do I want to look at that as the new standard? Do I want to judge myself? Do I want to admire him? Or do I want to try to take him down? A smart person will look at that person as fuel.
There is a path between where you are and the place that you want to be. If you're not prepared to do that walk, still wanting to reach the end of the path is just guaranteeing that you're going to live an unsatisfactory life. It doesn't make sense to continue wanting something if you're not willing to do what it takes to get it. If you don't want to live the lifestyle, then release yourself from the desire. To crave the result, but not the process, is to guarantee disappointment.
What I realized on my journey was a lot of us don't believe that we can achieve the impossible. I'm like, I gotta tell people, man, that hang on a second, man. You can fucking achieve the absolute impossible. You don't need great parents. You don't need like a private school. You don't need to have this humongous GPA and all this other shit. What you need is the one thing I talked about in my book, which is straight up brutal work ethic.
Any person, any human realizes that if you want some kind of a good outcome, you're going to have to work hard for it. And if you don't work hard for something, you're not going to get an outcome that's really worth much.
We're going to be stronger and more capable also. Leg up in society, get the edge, own it, work for it, fight for it, caress it, give birth to it. With that comes whatever dream you want. It begins today, it continues tomorrow, and it never fucking dies.
So one of my favorite quotes is, the work works on you more than you work on it. And so if you want to be the best in the world at something, you do the work to become the best in the world, and the work works on you. There is profit in all labor. And that means that even if the thing that you're working on right now doesn't amount to the outcome that you expected that it would, it doesn't mean that you don't become better through doing it.
I have a duty and an obligation. I have a calling. I'm meant for more. I'm a walking, talking example to my son and daughter of doing the work even when you don't feel like it, even when circumstances are not in your favor. And so you have to be willing to have that mindset that you can compartmentalize what is happening in your life so that you can do what a winner needs to do to win in life. Every family deserves to have a winner. I think it should be you.
Things go wrong, they always seem to happen at once, and they just compound. It's pretty easy sometimes to feel beaten when you're faced with all those issues and all those problems, and they all hit you at the same time. That doesn't mean give up. In fact, it means the opposite. It means it's time for you to fight harder, to dig in. Means it's time for you to go on the war path.
Just eliminate all external distractions, that's what's going on, and just focus on the process itself and enjoying it every single day. Chopping wood, carrying water. Greatness is not meant for a few chosen people. It's meant for those who persistently pursue their dreams every day and make that choice when they wake up. You gotta keep it up, man. And you just gotta keep it up and stay consistent.
The winner does more than expected every single time, no matter how they feel, no matter the circumstances. A winner shows up 10x times more than the average person. A winner has these unreasonable expectations of himself. A winner knows that he's destined for greatness. And no matter how many people around him tell him to slow down, be careful, watch out, that's too risky, a winner locks onto their fucking goals and keeps going. That's what the winner does.
Stand up, dig in, line up those problems and confront them, face them, fight them. Do not let them bring you down. In fact, let those challenges raise you up. Let them elevate you. Let their demands and their trials make you stronger. Let the adversity you face today turn you into a better person tomorrow.
But it's hard for people to understand how I lost 106 pounds in less than 3 months. I sat down at the table. My first question was, what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to forgo? Everything.
So if you are looking at your life right now, and what you do every single day, and it's a one-way street to hell with no return, that's not so fucking appealing to me, man. So get off that fucking beaten path society says is so right. Believe in yourself and what you're doing, man. Say, fuck that. Now, that is going into nowhere. I don't want to be nowhere. I want to ensure that I am some value to somebody, especially myself. So I'm going to change the direction of where I'm going. That direction can be changed in an instant. It's a mindset.
The handle being the long part is what it takes and how much work you have to do. And that is very long. And once you get to where you start to see results, the results go up very, very quick. And that is the same way that your success is going to work. It's the same way your life is going to work. And you just have to understand this is the way it is, and you're going to have to bear through it. And eventually you'll acclimate to it, and all these things that feel like you're not in balance or you're not doing it right will go away, and it'll just feel normal.
I'm telling you right now, man, as a winner, 80% of the time you're gonna feel like you're failing. 4% of the time you feel like it's fucking over. This is it, I'm about to tap out, but you don't, because that 1% of the time, my friend, that 1% of the time is when you know you're winning. And you go, I'm gonna take these 1%ers, I'm gonna stack them and stack them and stack them and stack them. And you know what happens when you stack winning over years and decades? You become a fucking formidable force to be reckoned with.
When you're pushing to be better, when you're progressing to be better, it is always going to feel like a struggle. It's always going to feel like you are not winning, when in fact, you actually are.
Here to tell you is that life doesn't happen to you. We all think that life happens to me. Life happens for you. It happens for you. Opportunities will come to you every day. It's either for you can remain scared of the opportunities, or you can embrace them and take them.
So you want to be normal. So you just want to be like everybody else that roams the world, not knowing the power that's in them. Being fine with being mediocre. You want to go back to who you were, huh, David? I'm like, fuck that, man. Not every day, it's those bad days. It's those bad days. I see a whole bunch of people walking around out here who have no idea how talented they truly are. And I'm talking about talent, like some God-given ability. Talent that sometimes you have to hone, you have to work on, and you have to harness yourself.
Believe we are all equal as human beings. If we are obsessed with something and we truly pursue our passion with everything we have, work hard, put in the time, you will succeed.
I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me, and I said I'm gonna grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work every single day. I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim. Winners win and losers lose.
I now see anything is possible and that you could train for anything. There's nothing you can't do. You can't be the best in the world at something, but you can be a lot better than you are at anything you want to put the time into learning, whatever it is. You could do anything.
If you want to be great, you want to be the baddest motherfucker ever at what you do, you're going to be misunderstood by everybody because you're going to be so fucking obsessed and so driven to get there. That's what it takes.
Talent and skill set might betray you along the journey if they don't have a consistency of mindset and they don't have a certain level of fortitude in every fiber of their being. At a certain point, you can have a cat that's talented, or you can have a cat that has character and you know what he brings to the table every single day. Right? You got cats that's talented that tap out. Like anybody can go 1 or 2 downs. But it's very seldom that you find a cat when he's standing in that tunnel till there's 4 zeros on that clock, he's gonna give you everything. That's a man to me.
It takes every second of your fucking life. Anybody says balance? Yeah, balance is important for a lot of fucking people. But if you want to fucking go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you fucking do, you've arrived.
It's a big difference between a hard worker and somebody that works hard, right? Most cats are somebody that works hard. If the situation and the circumstance is what they want it to be, they're gonna come out and they're gonna act accordingly and they're gonna give you everything they got. But a hard worker, regardless of situation, regardless of circumstance, regardless of what happened, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna give everything I got to it because I'm working for something that's totally different.
When you are misunderstood to the point where fucking people think you're psycho and you're nuts and you're this and that, why are you in the fucking gym at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning? You just got to doing an op for fucking 13, 14 hours after Ranger School, man, at the gym. What is wrong? You will never understand what is wrong with me. And that's why I'm so fucking glad you don't, because I'm in the right fucking spot. When people don't understand you anymore, you're in that spot of obsession and drive.
If you had to create a human, what would you put them through to make them tough? It probably wouldn't be a really chill life. What would you put them through to make them patient? Well, you probably wouldn't give them things immediately. And so it's like, we want these traits, but each of the traits has a price tag attached to it. And it's just like, do you want to pay the price tag to get the thing?
To be the best in the world at what you do. You have to be unbalanced to find every bit of fucking energy and strength that you have to pull it off. Then you get balanced once you become great. And then you help other people become better from you being the best in the world.
You know, trained hard. Because it's what I do, it's what I enjoy, I love it.
Do you have to do it as well?
No, I don't have to, but I love it. I don't understand why any man would not want to go to the gym and train. I don't get that.
To feel better?
You feel good, yeah. You feel fantastic. Best feeling in the world is when you've done a good training session and you've finished and you're going for a shower and a breakfast.
I had 21 stretch fractures going through Hell Week. 21 stretch fractures. You know what I did? I taped my ankles up. Roger that. I want to be a SEAL. So I did it. Become obsessed with being great.
Can you be committed to the process of what you're doing without being emotionally attached to the results of what you're doing? In other words, if you don't get what you thought you was gonna get, will you still be the same individual? If the situation don't turn out the way you thought it would turn out, will you still be the same individual? The quote says it, you judge the character of a man not by where he stands in times of comfort and convenience. You judge the character of a man by where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. Like, I don't care what a cat do when everything goes right. I don't, because everybody knows to smile. Everybody gonna celebrate when you win a game. Everybody gonna be in your corner and talking about how great you are.
Because when you do hard things, you then are fortified and reinforced for the inevitable hardship that life is. Because all of life is hardship with brief moments of bliss, my friend. And if you have created a zone of comfort in a world of hardship, you become unstoppable.
There's lots of people who work really, really hard for a long time and never make it. And that's because working hard is just part of the puzzle. The other part of the puzzle is how high your skill set is, how developed your skill set is. It takes hard work and it takes smart work. So while you have to be putting in the work and you have to be showing up and you have to be giving it all you have to consistently be aware and conscious of the intentional skill set that you are building along the way.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself.
Whether you like it or not, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, a lot of us are at war with ourselves. And within that war, you have several battles. Those battles are basically choices. That war exists because life has so many choices. Within those choices, you gotta make right decisions.
No matter how hard you work, there is somebody on the inside of you that works even harder. He said, no matter how dedicated you are, there is somebody on the inside of you that's more dedicated. No matter how committed you are, there is somebody on the inside of you that's more committed. And you don't even know what commitment is yet. You think commitment is just saying, yes, I'll do it. But what commitment is staying true to what you said you were going to do long after the mood that you have set it in has left. Meaning on the days when you don't feel like doing what you said you would do, you get up and you do it anyway. That's what builds character.
So whatever it is that we have that we're focusing on, if we take our energy off of that for the next thing or the next thing or the next thing, we're going to be still competing with people who are focusing all of their energy on that thing. And if we take our energy off of that thing and they keep theirs on that thing, it would be an arrogant assumption to assume that we can beat them with less than all of our energy.
Concept that there's another person on the inside of you, because one day in your life you will face something that's a lot tougher than you, and your strength and your drive and your commitment and your work ethic won't do it. You will have to realize that it's something on the inside of you that's greater than anything that life can throw at you, and immediately I got it.
Seriously, guys, this is right now what we're feeling right now. This sweat equity is the sawdust therapy, the sawdust, stage of a transformation and construction from what could be into what was. What was. It was decent, it was good, but not good enough for us. That philosophy, good enough, doesn't make tomorrow have enough. Every set should put a smile on your face, but you're getting closer and closer to that forever dream that everyone dreams about, wants to be, but never is.
And so when my life changed, not only did my football career end, I got a paralyzed right arm and hand behind me. Life changed overnight. But I was extremely grateful for it, because the whole time I understood that you have to tap into in order to get through one of the darkest, toughest, roughest moments of your life. There's another person on the inside of you.
If you will change, everything will change for you. To have more, you simply have to become more.
We get 30 minutes into it. How far are we going, Goggins? I ain't tell them. Get an hour into it, I ain't tell him, we run 3 hours. The guy does fine. Next day we go out there, he's able to run 20 miles again. So this is what happened to him. His circuit breaker blew. Our minds are very similar to circuit breakers. When they blow, you gotta figure out what it is. Sometimes you just added too much to your plate. Go back in your mind and figure it out. Stay hard.
You have to push yourself so hard and go so far in the arena to feel that mental anguish and physical pain. You can't go anymore, but somehow you find the intestinal fortitude to take it one more wreck.
The biggest purpose in life isn't all that shit. It's how you respect yourself, how you look at yourself. That's an everyday fucking journey. So every day you should be getting after it. We look at determination, self-discipline. We look at hard work. All these terms is almost like we dread them, almost like a fucking punishment. Those are the biggest words of all time as far as respecting yourself. So don't look at them as dread and punishment. Look at those words as a lifestyle. Stay hard.
When I'm tired or worn out or just basically sick of the grind, what do I do on those days? I go anyways. I get it done, even if I'm just going through the motions. I go through the motions. I don't really want to work out. I work out.
I just got off a 17-hour flight. And I'm sitting there thinking, take a day off. No one will know. If I keep on thinking too, there's always someone out there who's working harder than you. I'm haunted by that motherfucker. Knowing that someone out there is willing to forgo personal desires and comforts, forgo sleep, forgo whatever it takes to be better, to be the best.
Don't give in to the immediate gratification that is whispering in your ear. Shut that down. Do not listen to that little voice. Instead, go through the motions. Lift the weights, sprint the hill, work on the project, get out of bed.
In life, a lot of times, a lot of us have that person out there. There may not be a name or a face to him, but he exists. You make sure in life when they think about that person, you make sure they put a name and face to it. You make sure the name and face is yours. You do the haunting. In those times when you want to quit, because we're all human, you make sure you remember one thing. All those times and hours and days you sacrificed to be the best. Stay hard.
How do you deal with the tension of feeling that other thing pull away from you, right? You know that you need to focus, and you know that by focusing on one thing, another thing is going to start to drop away. But the classic overachiever mindset is, well, everything needs to be growing at all times. So there's an emotional pain of watching something stagnate or watching something fall behind. How do you try and navigate that?
You just have to figure out what the priority is. You can't do them all simultaneously at the same time all the time. It's not going to work. So you got to figure out where you're going to make some compromises, where you're going to make some trade-offs.
And a lot of people say, do what you're passionate about. Okay, yeah, that's true. But why is it true? Well, here, I'll explain it. Because the first 3 or 4 years, you're not going to fucking make any money. You think you are, but I promise you, you won't. And what's going to happen is you're going to have to believe in this thing or enjoy doing this thing for long enough that it bridges the gap between when you start and when you actually start making a lot of money.
The amount of pleasure that you will eventually experience is directly related, to how much pain you experience. And even better, is a good life is a progressive expansion of the things that bring you pleasure and includes pleasure through motivation and hard work. And understanding this pain-pleasure balance, whereby if you experience pain and you can continue to be in that friction and exert effort, the rewards are that much greater when they arrive.
And so even when I'm scared or I have fear, I'll go to the point where my kids, I'll go there, my kids depend on you. I was actually running today by Runyon Canyon. And I was like, if I quit on here, I'm quitting on my kids.
Why do you think it's important to move towards things that scare you?
Because on the other side of that is your growth. On the other side of that is strength. Even in going through pain, I look at pain as a positive thing. I'm not talking about putting yourself through pain on purpose, but it's just like working out.
So you need to pick something that you care about, that you're passionate about, because you need to understand that from when you start to when it starts to produce fruit is going to be time. And that love and that passion and that drive is going to have to carry you through that process.
Staying in chaos for the rest of your life, you know it's a lot harder staying in misery for the rest of your life? I've been there. But I got to a point in my life, I asked myself this simple question. Do I want to stay in this for the rest of my life? And my answer was no. So I knew I had to make decisions to free myself from it. Were those decisions easy? Absolutely not.
I'm not saying it's easy, man. But the results you get, you're gonna love them, man. It's gonna make all the sweat equity, all this pain right now, all worthwhile. The thing about pain is, like, you feel it right now, it's temporary, man. But later in life, you don't remember the pain. You just remember, like, the glory and the good times.
You know, the only way you're gonna get strength in your life is if you go through that hard moment, that tough moment. I wouldn't have a story if it wasn't for the sucky times in my life. I wouldn't have a story if it wasn't for me going through my depressed moments. So realize this, just because it's a chapter, it doesn't mean it's your whole story. So for me, I just understand that it's very important to embrace pain, to go through it, because I believe the foundation of all strength is pain.
Like, it can be so real that you're not gonna understand it. You just gotta survive it, doc. And by surviving it, the lessons come, the blessings come, the perspective comes. Most importantly, and hopefully, the peace comes. Sometimes things are gonna be so tough. Stop fighting it, stop trying to understand it. Take all that energy and just survive it. Like, bro, day by day, moment by moment, situation by situation, like my dogs say, be where your feet are. Just survive it. You can keep complaining about it, you keep telling your friends about it, you keep writing on social media about it, but at some point you have to wake up and you have to do something about it. At some point, if you want to experience peace in your life, you got to disconnect from the pain. At some point, if you want to experience happiness in your soul, you got to disconnect from the things that are keeping you in a state of sadness, in a state of questioning your worth. And then you're going to get to a place, you're going to be on top of the mountain one day, and you're going to say, man, I see exactly why I had to face and go through that.
Pain is temporary, pride's forever. That's what they're talking about. Because if you push through the pain to achieve the pride, you forget about the pain was ever even there. But if you can't push through the pain and the pain stops you and breaks you down, well, then that pain is forever. Because you never got pride to outbalance it, man. Going through this, man, you start feeling the pain. It's all good, man. Welcome it. Welcome it, man. But right past pain, it's forever pride, man. We all love that, don't we?
You can speak about it all day. The easiest thing in the world to do is to complain, blame, and quit and settle. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. But it takes real work to deconstruct and to reconstruct the thought process and the mindset of an individual when they're trying to change something. That's why I always say to people, what's more important, what we acquire or who we become?
The biggest mistake a person can do right now, no matter in which situation you are, is to give up. You might not reach the best version of yourself in this lifetime, but a better one than you are right now.
If you want to be really great at something, you kind of have to be out of your fucking mind, but you also have to have an iron will.
Yeah.
You don't want to work out every day.
Yeah.
There's going to be days you just want to eat cake and sleep.
Yeah.
But if you want to get past the guy who eats cake and sleeps, you don't eat cake and you don't sleep.
Yeah.
Where you are in life right now is not who you are. Who you were has created the life that you're living right now, but who you are is a different version of yourself. You have felt pain. You have learned lessons, hopefully. You have gone through things that previous self didn't know or hadn't experienced. And now you are equipped with a different perspective, with different skills, and a better understanding of what decisions need to be made to change the outcome that you are currently living in.
Whatever I wrote and their mom wrote in their book of life, they've got all these different pages left. But most of us are always reading through those pages that other people wrote, not realizing that at some point the pen was handed back to us, and we have all these blank pages left, and we can write how the story goes from this day forward. And that story is what's limiting most people from achieving their higher purpose and potential.
So you have to understand that if you look at it as if what you're experiencing right now as who you are you are closing off the ability to make any changes to the current circumstances.
Work day and night.
Really?
Do as many things, learn as much as you can, fail as often as possible.